Nikola Tesla, a Serbian-American engineer and physicist, pioneered numerous advances in the generation, transmission, and use of electric power. He devised the technique for AC production and transmission, and created the first alternating current, AC, motor. Despite his notoriety and respect, he was never able to use his numerous innovations to achieve long-term financial success, unlike Thomas Edison, his main adversary and former employer. In Smiljan, Croatia, which was then a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, Nikola Tesla was born in 1856. His mother oversaw the family farm, and his father served as a priest in the Serbian Orthodox faith. Daniel Tesla perished in a cycling accident in 1863. The loss shocked the 7-year-old Tesla, who experienced images that would later become the beginnings of his lifelong mental problems. Tesla attended the Technical University of Graz to study math and physics, and the University of Prague to study philosophy. He created the earliest sketches of the brushless AC motors whirling electromagnets in the path's sand in 1882 while out on a stroll. Later that year, he relocated to Paris and began working for the Continental Edison Company, fixing direct current (DC) power facilities. He immigrated to the United States 2 years later. When Tesla landed in New York in 1884, Thomas Edison's Manhattan headquarters engaged him as an engineer. He stayed there for a year, winning Edison over with his tenacity and creativity. Edison once offered Tesla $50,000 in exchange for an improved design for his DC dynamos. After several months of testing, Tesla offered a solution and requested funding. Edison demurred, saying, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." Tesla quit soon after. After failing in his attempt to form his own Tesla Electric Light Company, and working for $2 per day digging ditches, Tesla was able to secure funding for his research on alternating current. He received more than 30 patents for his creations in 1887 and 1888, and he was also invited to speak to the American Institute of Electrical Engineers on his work. George Westinghouse, who had built the first AC power system close to Boston, and had been Edison's main rival in the Battle of the Currents, attended his speech. Tesla was given his own lab by Westinghouse, who also recruited him, and leased the patents for his AC motor. In order to demonstrate the potential danger of the Westinghouse standard, Edison arranged for a murderer, who had been found guilty in New York, to be executed in an electric chair that was powered by AC in 1890. Westinghouse's royalties encouraged Tesla to go it alone once more. However, Westinghouse was quickly compelled by Tesla's backers to rework their agreement, with Tesla giving up his rights to royalties. Electric oscillators, meters, better lighting, and the high-voltage transformer known as the Tesla coil were all created by Tesla in the 1890s. Additionally, 2 years before Guglielmo Marconi, he conducted X-ray experiments, demonstrated short-range radio communication, and maneuvered a radio-controlled boat around a pool in Madison Square Garden. Together, Tesla, Westinghouse, and General Electric created the first modern power plant by installing AC generators near Niagara Falls and lighting the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago.
I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. The feeling is constantly growing on me that I had been the first to hear the greeting of one planet to another. In the 21st century, the robot will take the place which slave labor occupied in ancient civilization. As in nature, all is ebb and tide, all is wave motion, so it seems that in all branches of industry, alternating currents, electric wave motion, will have the sway. The harness of waterfalls is the most economical method known for drawing energy from the sun. From my childhood, I had been intended for the clergy. This prospect hung like a dark cloud on my mind. I myself eschew all stimulants. I also practically abstain from meat. Of the various branches of electrical investigation, perhaps the most interesting, and immediately the most promising, is that dealing with alternating currents. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one, according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine. The spread of civilization may be likened to a fire first, a feeble spark, next a flickering flame, then a mighty blaze, ever increasing in speed and power. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. There is no memory or retentive faculty based on lasting impression. What we designate as memory is but increased responsiveness to repeated stimuli. The trend of opinion among eugenists is that we must make marriage more difficult. Certainly no one who is not a desirable parent should be permitted to produce progeny.